Okay, so
Hello.
welcome again to the meeting. And
this is the second CloudNativePG developers meeting. Hello, everyone. It's the 1st of July. We are happy. We are the developers. June. The same.
okay, good. So let's keep it quick because we are a bit late changing the Zoom meeting because Gabriele, that was the owner of the old one, is not able to join. So we need a different meeting to record the meeting. Okay, this is the current agenda. I don't know if
I think Leonardo was trying to start the KubeCon experience.
Okay, so Leonardo, let's go ahead.
Yes, I can just share a few words. KubeCon was great, really great, and there were so many people interested in our work, and that was good. And many of them come to our booth asking why we had implemented a certain behavior instead of another, and that was really great because I mean the operator was already being tested. This is so great for us, and we were able to speak with people, to give so many demos, to create a network between us, meaning EDB, and Kubernetes distribution providers such as VMware and OpenShift and Rancher, and also to create a network with storage providers such as Portfolio, OnDat, and Store Pool. It was so interesting, and I'm sure I forgot some important names, so sorry for that. But yeah, we received a really good feedback from people, from companies, and also from the Cloud Native Computing Foundation itself, because we have been able to speak with the Data on Kubernetes community. That was so great. And also to join some meetings for the tag storage. And yeah, that's it in a really few words. We lost our voice after 2 days of demos, so that means it was great. That's it. That's it on my side. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I cannot add anything else because Leo covered everything, but it was a nice experience and people is actually, they are asking about our operator. So that's nice. That's really nice. Hopefully we will have more people joining the Slack channels. But a lot of people joined and put stars on the GitHub. So that's great. That's all from me.
I would say the hype. Sorry, my Francisco. I would say that hype is high.
And I think people are appreciating our approach that is different from the other operators as soon as we explain why we have taken this way and not another one. So this is also good feedback from the design point of view. At least for me, it's awesome.
Also a lot of interest on Postgres itself. So that's another good thing to say, because last time I was in San Diego, there was a lack of Postgres, well, showing around. And the problem was not probably in the interest of people. It was a missing of offer probably. So that's a good thing. Okay, anything else about San Diego? This is San Diego, sorry, Valencia.
I guess we could mention that we had 5 virtual presentations, and Valerio's not here, but Francesco, John, and myself gave them, and you know, spreading the word, and we each had about 20 people in the audience. So that went well.
Good. Good. So thank you all for the very good job.
And we already have users coming in with bugs, so we have already some feedback.
Yeah. The next step will be to have someone new joining this call. There will be the final achievement, probably, from the point of view of the community. Okay.
John,
So,
would you like to add something?
Oh, yes. Also, just as a reminder, the KubeCon North America call for proposals closes on Friday. So if you want to submit a talk to that, you have 3 days.
okay. It would be a good thing to have several proposals.
Yeah, I was thinking on sending a proposal for PostgreSQL and backups for anytime recovery backups, but I don't know. I need to clear my mind with a proposal. I'll work on that tomorrow.
Okay.
So is it open to all or just guys living there in North America?
No, you can. Okay, from the point of view of the CNCF, you can send a proposal. There are rules, but okay, you can send the proposal wherever in the world you are. From the point of view of your company, well, if your proposal is accepted, then you need to be able to move. But I don't know how it works. But yeah, I will send it anyway.
Yes, all the proposal needs to be sent.
Yeah. And if you have a proposal, you can share with us so we can well, work to improve it and to coordinate our efforts.
Exactly. So we don't send the same proposal to KubeCon twice. So next topic.
Yeah.
Open images
with
Postgres.
Okay.
We at the KubeCon we had a couple of people from TomTom and other places, from Myers or something like that. They were asking for the extension for the images. One of the extensions that actually people ask a lot is Postgres. We already know how to add it. I don't know. I have the idea, so we can also create the Postgres image with Postgres extension in the community, so users can benefit. And probably we need to create the documentation. We already have an issue to create documentation about how to customize the container images, but you know,
I think that's the most important thing. If people know how to customize the images, I think half of the work is done. And
yeah,
well, regarding Postgres, it's easy to add it to an image. The problem is when you have to upgrade it, as usual.
Yeah, but we can start with an image. People wants to test it.
Yeah.
So now my issue is that to define the kind of tags that we are going to use. I like the Debian style for tags, but are we going to use something like PostgreSQL -Postgres or -extension -version or something like that? Or we create, I don't know, an image. Because in the case of Postgres, we can actually start from the Postgres image, the community one, and just add Barman Cloud inside, and that will be enough. We can have one, that is one of the approach.
Ingve, is that it? I don't know if I pronounced correctly your name, but yeah.
Ingve.
Ciao.
Ciao. That is one of the approaches that we can take, because we can actually use the Postgres base image, and it's actually easy. Or we can start with the Debian image just like we do now and add Barman and Postgres. That's something that I would like to discuss. What do you think, guys? Come on. Marco is adding.
Yeah, I'm trying to write the name, but it's not very Italian, so it's difficult for me to.
YNGDEMOLNES.
Okay.
L,
Then,
no I.
Oh.
L.
L.
Sí. There you go.
Okay.
Bravo.
Perfect.
And there you go. The email is in the chat now.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Okay. So the approach about the Postgres image, I think it's correct. If the community is providing already a Postgres enable image, we can just install Barman on it. And,
yeah, because we actually need only to add Barman Cloud, which is the one that provides the cloud utilities to do the replication, the backup, and that's it. So we start as a base, just like we already do for the community edition, and that's it. And we name it like Postgres.
Yep. Yeah, instead of Postgres.
If that's a good approach, you will. I'm totally agree with it. We should do that.
I think we can do that easily, and we can create a proof of concept of that, and then see if it works.
Yeah, I can.
Well, it should be made clear that it's a proof of concept because we don't have yet a plan for upgrades. So,
well, yeah, that's the other problem, that we don't actually support upgrades for Postgres, which is the complicated part of Postgres and Postgres.
I think we should just use the dump and restore approach that is coming with the offline upgrade patch that we are working on.
How do Postgres image resolve this?
No, these okay. Postgres image are solving the first problem, this running Postgres. Then after we can work on upgrading the installation by dumping and restoring on the new cluster. That is by the way, it's the way that Postgres you can always use that with Postgres, whatever version is. So I think it's the best initial approach.
But let's start with creating the image.
Yeah.
And let's the users start testing, and we can then think about the upgrade process. I don't think this is urgent now for us, but this is urgent to provide the Postgres image, because our dear new friend added just he just was asking about it. And Leo, yeah, the issue that Leo pasted on the chat is about the people from TomTom that we met the KubeCon last week, so the week before. So yeah.
Yep. Okay, I think.
Okay, so I'll assign that to me, and I'll work on the proof of concepts, and it's one of the easiest part on this, because I know how to do it.
Okay. Okay. Also, we need to add the documentation how to create.
That will come in the process. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next topic. Helm chart status. Philippe.
We released both the CMPG and the CMPG sandbox Helm charts, and I took the chance to also update, write a release MD with the whole procedure on in the repo. So now it should be easier for anyone to release it. Obviously, it's going to be improved in the next release, but at least we have a procedure now, which is a little bit easier than the one we used to have closed source, because when we were closed source, because everything is public, so you can diff between URLs and stuff. So it's actually easier.
Very good.
It's still manual because it's hard to generate the templates for Helm from the plain manifests. So still needs some manual steps, and probably will always need some manual steps, but it's not too difficult.
Okay, that's good. But the CMP sandbox project is still under Enterprise DB, or
no? Also that one was moved to open source. There is the CMP sandbox, which is still existing as a repository, probably could be shut down. And there is the CMPG sandbox, which is under the charts repository in CloudNativePG.
Okay, perfect.
So now charts hold all the Helm charts for CMPG.
Okay, good. Okay. And then the next topic, that is the painful one. We are starving of test runners, so we need to change something and avoid to use test runners where they are not needed. For example, when Dependabot opens 5 pull requests at a time and burning 50 runners, and given that we have 20, it stop everything for 1 hour and a half. So probably we should avoid the running automatic test, automatic end-to-end test when, for example, we run with the permission of Dependabot, because the test will fail. We always fail because it doesn't have the permission to do all the work.
Or we can just not start the CI, the continuous delivery, when Dependabot is running stuff.
Well, I would like to have
that's more easier. But
I would like to have the linter and the vet running, because it's easier to detect immediately if
yeah, well, I was talking about the continuous, meaning the end-to-end test, which are the one taking a lot of time. Yeah, we can about the end-to-end test. Skip the end-to-end test when Autobot it's calling. Dependabot, not Autobot.
Okay, and
that's one of the ideas.
Okay, also I would like to use less runner on the normal pull request and commit push, because now when you push in a pull request, you run, if I remember correctly, 4 or 5 end-to-end tests. I think that we could just run one combination on a pull and a push, on pull request and push, and keep the full test only when a maintainer asks for a test. That will probably smooth our process.
I totally agree. And the latest stable in this case will be 14, and only that test.
Yeah,
not
I will test only 14 and with the latest version of Kubernetes on commit and pull request.
Yeah, sounds reasonable. Yeah, I agree on that.
Then /test in a pull request to have the full run, or you use the manual execution and you run whatever you want.
Exactly, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so
I think one more Kubernetes, just the back version. 2 versions would be enough, right? One the latest one and one before that would give us more freedom.
No, not the latest one. No, we at some point we have a lot of people working on the open source, and we need to wait 3 hours, 4 hours to run a test, and it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, we called at some point we called decide to not run end-to-end test on push and commit by itself, but then we need to have a stronger requirement when we need to merge something, because if code is involved, we need to have an end-to-end test running before merging. However, I think
or have a merge queue, so things go there and then they get tested in batches.
That's another possible solution.
Yeah.
But I will keep it simple. So for now, I would like to create a ticket about an issue about reducing the number of run for the normal commit and the normal push. And yeah, we could also decide to have a 0 on the commit and the 1 in the pull request. What do you think?
I still like to have people being able to have immediate feedback when they push something, so you don't have those pull requests where you rewrite everything all the time.
Yeah, I agree. So
let's start with having only one test on the latest version of Kubernetes and Postgres, and as a first step, then we see if adding excluding the push is okay or not. But let's start with something.
Okay. So
yes, I think that would be easier for new contributors to just have one combination inside that matrix to check. Otherwise, there can be failures which are really complex to detect, and maybe everything is working correctly. So
yeah, understand that a matrix of tests is not that easy for newcomers.
I like the idea of merge queue, but still, I think contributors need to be able to test their own pull request in isolation from the other ones. It at the end comes for a bit an easier contributor workflow.
By the way, did we document it anywhere the /test workflow to have your patch test with all the combination? Is it written in the dev documentation? Otherwise, we need to add it.
Probably we need to add it. Yeah, but I'm not sure. But I'm almost sure that we never added the /test stuff.
Okay, so
can we suggest to contributors to actually run their end-to-end test on their own laptop?
I think that's documented, but this is more for us than
just
for
to reduce the load on the runners.
Yeah, that's another thing. But tests on laptops sometimes fail for a weird reason. So I think we need to document this, because otherwise new contributor and also maintainers that doesn't do this every day may forget about running /test, and yeah, we need to document it. Okay,
maybe I'm just wrong, but what happens when a new contributor is working on his clone instead of working in our rep?
In a fork, that will not be allowed at let me check. I can tell you that really quick if we are allowing.
Because I think that will be the main way to contribute.
Okay, from a fork you need to run the test locally. Then you open a pull request, and then you need the approval of a maintainer to run your test.
Okay.
That's because your code is not from,
okay, so that comes for the
Yeah, because
so that will reduce the amount of the tests
the
will be running at the end.
The problem of our tests at the moment is that to work, they need to use the repository that is in the organization to store the test image. We could think a way to avoid that requirement so the test could run also outside our organization. That's a thing that we could explore.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's think about that.
I think that it's important for new contributors.
Yeah, Indy, I don't know if I pronounce well your name, sorry. You asked that a commit message could be annotated somehow too, so it's opt-in to test and have the runners pick that up somehow. Yeah, that's a good idea, but actually need to start working with the GitHub bots, and that's another challenge, probably for the next month.
I think slash
But
test
it's not a bad idea.
it's somewhat related to what Ingwe was saying. So yeah, it's just a commit instead of being the title of the commit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess that we are done with the test and we can just move. We need to implement these couple of things and will not be so easy, but it's already a lot of work.
Okay. Okay. So next topic, support for ARM. Jonathan, you added it. So
yeah, we have the ARM support right now for the operator, meaning that we actually build it for ARM V8 and V7, if I remember correctly, but we are not testing that yet. One of the things that I want to do is to actually put my Raspberry Pi cluster at home with runners on ARM for this case. If everyone is agree, when I get back to my home in a week. But yeah, that's the idea. And in the base of the operand, based on our first discussion of the operand images with Postgres, I think that we can trust that the operand, meaning PostgreSQL with the extension of Postgres and everything, they already support ARM V8 and V7, so we can trust in the community on that point. What do you think about it? So we don't need to test, but we need to test the operator anyway.
how do you test the operator without testing the operand? That's the problem. Yeah, you can have only one combination of the operand, trusting the fact that if an operand work with an architecture work also with
exactly.
ARM. But then you need to test at least one image. So.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't need to run like all the tests on all the images at once. So we don't need to provide the images like right now, but we can use the community ones for testing for now.
Okay.
So more news coming on the next meeting about this issue because I need to arrive home first.
Okay, good.
Let me know if you need another Raspberry Pi cluster.
Okay. I have a lot of raspberries, so
yeah, probably will be good runners
I can
to
join.
fix our runners issue.
Okay. Okay, next.
Tanzu.
Tanzu.
We made our first step on support Tanzu, which was basically add the release YAML file on the release tab in GitHub, because the Tanzu tools, I mean, not the Tanzu tools. To create the Tanzu packages, we need a set of tools that I don't remember the name, obviously. But that set of tools will pull the YAML file from the from GitHub release, and we'll run some modifications on that. We are going to be a really basic support for Tanzu, yes, but the first step is already with 1.15.1 released 2 days ago. So the question here is, do we have someone asking for tasks to community so we can actually move forward quickly, or we can wait, I don't know, 1 month on this? What do you think? No? Okay, so
as
probably
far
we
as
can
I
wait.
know, no. But,
Okay, we can probably wait for 2 weeks.
yeah. Okay. Testing for PostgreSQL 15 beta. So the community, I don't know if the community is already providing the.
I don't know.
Okay, the PostgreSQL community is not.
We have it.
No,
Yep.
we have it. It's
Yep,
here.
we have.
Perfect.
So we can use that to build the beta image. The question is, this version tag will be good for our version detection system?
It should. It should.
So it should,
Yeah.
but
Again, we need to test it.
we need to test it. So good to see that there is already support for that.
With that being said, we can actually start that because people will try to test, wants to test PostgreSQL 15 before even being released.
Yeah, and also we would like to be ready for Postgres 15 when it's out.
Yeah, and start actually running a full set of tests, because if we found a bug, we need to report that to the PostgreSQL community ASAP.
Yes. So we need to create the image and we need to add PostgreSQL 15 in the full test metrics. Okay.
And verify that the upgrade works. Because the moment that Beta 2 will be out.
Well, that is not
Okay.
not guaranteed.
It's not really a priority because that's it's okay if
when you are using a beta, you agree
is
that you cannot rely on the upgrade to the next release, to the next minor release, because every version of the beta might have a different catalog version from the previous one. Even the RC can change the catalog version. So it's only for testing. We need to make clear that.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we need to make it really clear, because I thought that actually was possible to upgrade and test the upgrade process.
Depends.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know, but as a closing words, we have only 3 minutes left. Welcome our new friend from GeoData. Thank you for joining. As you can see, we move really quick. You talked an hour ago asking for Postgres. You already have your answer and in a meeting with everyone. Okay.
Gabriela is here.
Okay.
I don't think I don't know if Ingwe is speaking or I don't know.
Okay. I think we can call it a meeting. And yeah,
I agree.
See you in 2 weeks. And yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Ciao, ciao. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.